They say old family houses never forget. They remember footsteps long after the people are gone. They remember arguments whispered behind closed doors, prayers said in desperation, and sins buried beneath laughter. And in Lagos, where family compounds hold generations within the same walls, some houses remember too much. Some houses do not just stand, they watch, they listen, they wait. 5 years since she chose school, freedom, and silence over family expectations and unanswered questions. 5 years since she promised herself she would never return for more than a visit, yet here she was. The compound stood wide and familiar, rooms arranged in a rough circle around a large open courtyard. Almond trees stretched their branches overhead, their leaves rustling softly even though there was little wind. The walls were older now, cracked in places, carrying stains that time refused to erase. Amina paused at the entrance. The air felt thick, not hot, not cold, just heavy, as if something unseen was pressing down on her chest. Her grandmother, Mama Aya, stood at the doorway, leaning on her carved wooden walking stick. Her back was bent with age, but her eyes were sharp, alert, and unsettlingly aware. "You have returned," Mama Aya said slowly. Amina smiled and stepped forward, forcing cheer into her voice. "I told you I would come, Mama." Mama Aya studied her for a long moment before nodding. "This house remembers its children," she said, "some more than others." Amina laughed softly, brushing it off as one of her grandmother's old sayings. But as she walked into the courtyard, a sudden chill ran through her body, sharp enough to make her stop. Beside the wall, an old wooden rocking chair moved slightly. Just once, Amina stared at it. There was no wind, no one nearby. Mama Aya noticed her hesitation. "You will get used to it," she said quietly. That was the first sign. That night, Amina could not sleep. The compound sounded different at night, louder and quieter at the same time. Insects chirped endlessly, dogs barked in the distance, and the generator from a neighboring house hummed like a restless spirit. She turned on her mattress, staring at the ceiling, counting cracks and shadows. Then she heard it, footsteps. They were slow, measured, dragging slightly across the courtyard sand. At first, she told herself it was a family member going to the toilet. But the footsteps did not stop. They moved in a circle, once, twice, again. Amina sat up, her heart beating faster with each step. Then the footsteps stopped right outside her door. Amina, her name was whispered gently, almost lovingly, but the voice carried something else, something old, cold, and patient. She jumped to her feet and flung the door open. The courtyard was empty. No footprints, no movement, just silence. From that night onward, the house changed. During the day, small things happened. Things easy to dismiss. A spoon fell when no one touched it. A door creaked open on its own. Her slippers vanished and reappeared in places she swore she never left them. At night, it became worse. Whispers followed her through the hallways. Not full sentences, just fragments, her name, broken words. Soft laughter that stopped when she turned around. She told her cousins. They laughed. She told her aunt. She blamed stress. Mama Aya said nothing. One evening, Amina returned to her room and noticed the air felt unusually cold. The mirror on her wall slowly fogged up. Though she had not bathed, letters began to form. Slowly, deliberately, "I see you." Amina screamed and stumbled backward, her legs weak beneath her. That was when she knew whatever lived in this house was not random. It was not confused and it was not blind. It knew her. On the 7th day, Mama Aya finally spoke. "This compound was built on silence," she said as they sat alone in the courtyard. "And silence always demands payment." She led Amina to a small door at the back of the compound, the door hidden behind old storage boxes and broken furniture. Amina had lived here as a child and never noticed it. Inside was a shrine, clay pots, cowries, old carvings. Symbols etched into the walls. The air smelled of dust, oil, and forgotten prayers. "Our ancestors committed a terrible wrong," Mama Aya said. "They accused a woman falsely. They took her life to protect their name." As Mama Aya spoke, images flooded Amina's mind, screaming voices, angry faces, a woman begging for mercy. "They buried the truth," Mama Aya continued, but they could not bury her spirit. Every generation, the spirit chose one person. One soul strong enough or stubborn enough to face the truth. That soul was Amina. From that night, the spirit stopped hiding. It entered her dreams, showed her visions of the past, forced her to relive pain that was not hers. She saw herself alone, abandoned by family. She saw herself failing, forgotten, erased. The spirit fed on her fear, growing stronger each time she tried to deny it. Walls shook, furniture moved, family members fell sick. Amina thought about leaving, but something inside her refused. Instead, she returned to the shrine. She spoke aloud, slowly, honestly. She named the crime. She acknowledged the betrayal. She accepted responsibility, not as punishment, but as truth. The spirit appeared then, not monstrous, but heavy with sorrow and rage. It did not want destruction, it wanted recognition. As dawn broke, the compound grew quiet for the first time in years. The whispers faded, the air lifted. Mama smiled sadly. Spirits do not disappear, she said, they rest when they are heard. Weeks later, as Amina prepared to leave, she paused at the gate. For a moment, she felt eyes on her back, then a whisper, gentle now. Like and subscribe for more.